Hello everybody, Friday afternoon down at half time with Claire sorting things out down here and the lovely Teresa, one of our volunteers. And the reason I've come down here is that I wanted to get us sort of close to what was going on with some of the stories, because over Christmas, the folks down here did some amazing work with one particular lady who was in deep distress, lots of safeguarding issues and concerns, but worked really hard, went the extra mile with trying to sort out where we could get this lady into safe accommodation, and praise God she's out of area in a safe accommodation. But even this week we've heard there's some more stuff that needs to be sorted. So I love the way that this sort of underlines, I was going back to our values, the 5 values that we talked about last year. So welcoming, alongside, trusted, practical, empowering. Well, what a visual demonstration this place is of alongside. We're here right with you in this space. We're trusted because actually people say, I'm willing to have that conversation with you. And we're really practical. So even this afternoon, Claire's been telling me about a 68-year-old who's on the street or has been in danger of homelessness. And we've been trying to work through with the council that he's very vulnerable and maybe people aren't quite getting that. Claire's just been rung up by some people down at the hospital housing team about a family with a very young baby who may be at risk of homelessness. And people are now beginning to say, this is a trusted place. We'll either come to half time or we'll go to the connection stations, and we know that somebody there is going to help build those bridges. And it's what's really good is we started to have conversations with the council, so they're going to come down and try and see some of the operations that we do in the connection stations, and Claire is doing some shadowing with them. So we're really grateful for that. It's a long journey and it's hard, but it's like a lot of what you do. I was hearing another one. Tracy sent me some information about the furniture bank, which is another great example of alongside, trusted and practical. Over in Christchurch, how many? Let's have a look. There were 112 adults, 180 children helped, 89 deliveries in the last year, over £5,500 worth of white goods, £31,000 worth of spend or cost that it cost, but actually half of that came in kind goods, which is remarkable. So we salute you, Tracy and Sarah and the others and the volunteer team, the drivers we've got there who are helping to get furniture to some of the most vulnerable people over there in Christchurch. Lots of things that I could go on about which really demonstrate our values, but one of the things that we've been talking about is the random acts of kindness idea, and it's great that I know Blandford are going to be sending out some thank you cards, and Wimborne I think have got their eye on some daffodils to get out to volunteers. I've just got a little extra challenge for you if you haven't yet chunked onto this, is I'm going to put 20 quid into the kitty for each of the different projects. If that helps you to use that money to go and do some random acts of kindness, whether it's actually on the 17th of February, which is the National Day, or somewhere around that, then that's for you. So you as a project, 20 quid to see if you can come up with something creative around random acts of kindness, and I'll get that out to you over the next week. And then a couple of nitty-gritty things we need to get on with. If you could be really good. Last year we put some policies up on Breathe. Some of these are our key safeguarding policies, and it's really good for each year for us just to take a refresher moment. So the good thing about Breathe is you go in there when you've got a couple of mows and just have a look at 1 or 2. I know everybody's really stacked out at the moment, but I'd really appreciate it if you could go in and just read through those again, make sure you're up to speed. Particularly the lone working one, we put some extra words into that just to make it super clear, and it wasn't quite working in some areas. So have another look at that one in particular, but if you can go through those, that'd be great. There's some IT changes coming down the line, and Claire and I and a few others are sort of going to work on that. And we've got a few of you who we want to reference in with to make sure we're doing it in the right way. But there's some stuff about nitty-gritty stuff, getting everybody up to having Windows 10 or 11 Professional on their laptop. Sounds really straightforward, needs a little bit of work, but we'll work on that. And then there's things about getting ourselves ready for moving from Dropbox. So if you can do it, if you've got anything on Dropbox at the moment which you can clear up just to bring to make sure the current stuff is there, that would be good as well. So I wanted to show you something because I hadn't seen this before, but Claire pointed it out to me. There's a picture up there, which you can see there, which was painted by one of the folks who people were able to help here in half time. And it says at the bottom is, "May the sun," spelled S-O-N, "always shine on you." That seems a pretty good word for us, for you, and for all of us next week. Thanks so much for all you're doing. Keep going.